All right, I want to welcome you here, and I am playing a Jackson Slideking LS6 model. What this is a lap steel guitar. Okay, we got that much. That's the LS lap steel, and it's got 6 strings, LS6. And the neat little nifty thing about this guitar, though, is you heard that steel guitar kind of sound. See it here on the close-up camera there, where I've got this nifty little wrist pedal, and so what this is doing is changing the notes of these strings like that. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like an introductory lesson, and then we're going to add to this little series here and just put out these videos every once in a while. So those of you that are beginning to pick up this LS6 model with the Jackson Slideking, you can have a little something to be able to kind of shoot for and maybe practice and learn. And of course, if you've already played lap steel guitar for a long time, it probably won't be that challenging. It's just going to be a whole new world for you in adding that wrist lever. So what I'd like to do is I want to start off real basic today, and I just want to show you the tuning to begin with. Okay, so this is an E chord, okay? It's an open E, and we're going to name those notes, okay? So we got E, and then we got B, and then we got another E, and then we got a G sharp, and then we got a B, excuse me, and then we got another E. So we got 3 E's. Okay, and then we've got the 1 G sharp, which is the 3rd string from the top, and then we got 2 B's, which is the 2nd and the 5th strings. Okay, now I name my strings usually with the top one being 1. So if you hear me referring to strings, that's going to be the top string would be 1, and then all the way down to the bottom would be string 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 1 down to 6. Now, what's happening here? We got that E, but then when we engage this lever with the wrist, and you can kind of see what part of the hand I'm using here. Okay, so my picking position is going to be right over that pickup. It's right in that area, so that my hand can hit this lever and still have the hand in position. Like that right there. So what that's doing is that's taking it from a 1 chord, an E, and making it then an A chord, a 4 chord. Alright? So if we're playing a song and I was in the key of A, for example, I could come to the 5th fret and I could play there an open A position. Okay? But now instead of when I want to go to the D chord, my 4 chord out of A, instead of having to move the bar up to the 10th fret, I can push my pedal down and I can be in D. So here's how that's going to sound. So did you hear that change? Now. Okay, so that's a little bit of what the lever does, and there's different things that we can do with it. As you saw me open up the video with kind of using it like a steel guitar type tone there. Okay, and I'm going to show you different ways to use the lever. What I'd really like to do right now, though, is I want, for those of you that are really just beginning to pick up this instrument, to be able to just begin to get around on it a little bit. So let's start in the 3rd position, the 3rd fret, and what we're going to do is we're going to play a 1, a 4, and then a 5 chord. So what we've got here, I want you to notice my fingers. I'm playing the 3rd string, and then I'm playing the 2nd string with the index finger, and then I'm playing the top string with the middle finger. Okay, so it's... Now, I want want you to get it to where you can get that really clean. So you got to hold that bar in position. You don't want to just kind of let it lay there. You'll get just fret buzzing. You got to hold the bar down. You know, not a lot of pressure, just a matter of just holding it firmly, okay, on the strings. And just let each one of those strings ring out. Okay? Now, most of you probably can do that pretty quickly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to engage the lever, and I'm going to do that same thing. And then I'm going to let off of it. But now, here's the trick, is being able to block in between raising that lever. So if I want it to sound like this, I had to block in between those. So I went block, then I engaged it and hit it, blocked, and then back off. Okay? But for those of you just getting started, I just want you to start out doing things like this. 4 times, and then push the lever down. Another 4 times, then again. And now we're going to come to the 5th of a 5 chord, and for this guitar, we're able to engage the lever again, and then come to the 5th fret, and then we're going to be in a 5 chord of the G position. And then back to the 1 with the pedal off. Okay? So this little exercise was going to sound something like this. And the pedal engaged. Most of you, that's just very beginning level. I want you to just stop right there and get that perfectly before you move on, okay? Now, we'll pick up again here. We're going to add a little something to that. Now we're going to make it kind of bounce a little bit, okay? This is kind of like from the old big band song, In the Mood. So how I'm doing that is I'm going, so now I'm taking my thumb and I'm playing the 3rd string, but I'm kicking that bar back to the 2nd fret. So I'm going, and then beginning forward. So it's, and then what I'm having to, I'm kind of a little shuffle beat, I'm kind of bouncing those notes where I'm going, no blocking going on right there. I'm all doing that with pick blocking. See? And now we're going to engage the pedal. So we have to block with the back part of this hand right here. Real quickly. That pedal comes in place there. See, I'm holding it down. And then I go. And then back. Let me show you that last little part there. So when I come to the 5 position, I'm going to go from the 4th fret up to the 5th fret. And I'm going to hit all 3 strings. Now this is something we've not done yet. So now I'm going to hit, notice how I'm hitting them all as a cluster. It's going to be important. I'm going to do a lot of that as you learn to play lap steel guitar. And then I block it, block, and then 4 down to 3. So I've got, and I put a little extra something in there. I might want to mention that here. So I go 4 to 5, and then actually what I did is I went all the way back to 3 to 4, back to 3. So I got a little steel guitar thing going there. You catch that? And it's real subtle, but those are the little subtle movements that's going to make you sound really good. All right. So we've got that little part, and then we'll go back to the. Okay, so now, here, let's just do this all together. So 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so that gave you a whole little verse of In the Mood there. Now, you could begin to learn to play that then in different positions. If you want to stay in G, you could just come up all the way 12 frets up here to the 14th to the 15th fret. And that's going to really start sounding like a real traditional steel guitar. I think that'll be enough for just getting many of you started on this instrument, and we've got lots and lots more to talk about the things that we can play on this guitar, rock and blues and country and gospel music. It's just going to be fun, so stay with me and good luck.